Hello there, everybody. So, Butter928 and welcome back to 999. So now what we are going to do is we're basically going to skip ahead a little bit, and we're actually going to go see some of the dialogue that I missed whenever I had the chance to go see it. It was the dialogue concerning talking to Ace. Actually, you know what? I should probably just go skip straight to that rather than having you guys, watch this randomness. So, see you in a bit. And we're back, so we're gonna go see the hallway with all the rooms.
あっちの直線通路の方に行ってみよ
わかりました。了解です。
They turned around and took off down the hallway to their left.
う。一宮か？
Ahead of them, farther down the hallway, they spotted
おい
Ace.
ネルスどこだいたら返事をしてくれ
What should Junpei do? Run to
行こ
Ace!
う、紫。
With Jun in tow, Junpei jogged up to Ace. Hearing their footsteps, he turned to greet them.
ああ君たちかニルスはで聞くまでもないか
Yeah, huh?
その様子からするとまだ見つかっていないようだね
That's a negative, good buddy.
なあ、そっちも同じみたいだな。
本当にどこに行っちゃったんでしょうね、ニルさん。
四つ葉のためにも早く見つけてやらないとな
Yeah.
そうですね。
Jun's face looked kinda enraptured.
それにしても、四つ葉とニルスって本当に兄弟なのかな？
Well, to be fair, they have different hair color, but then again, I'm guessing some siblings do tend to have different hair color, but, damn it.
あどうしてそう思うんだい
Part of me thinks that they're more or less adoptive siblings, if I had to take a guess. Why would you say that? The question seems somehow odd to Junpei.
どうしてって？そんなこと聞くまでもないだろ？二人は全く似てないじゃないか。
Ace looked at him for a moment and then spoke.
ああ言われてみれば確かにそうだね
Now that you mention it,
だがいろいろと似てない兄弟なんてこの世界には5万といるだろう別に不思議なことでも何でもないさ
me personally, I think they're more like adoptive or possibly step siblings. You know, from either different fathers or different mothers. Junpei wasn't sure why, or even if he was seeing what he thought he was, but he could have sworn that Ace's face tightened as he spoke.
とにかく一刻も早くニルスを見つけ出さないと時間はどんどん過ぎていく無駄話をしている場合じゃないぞさあ捜索再開だここは私に任せて君たちは別の場所を頼む
Okie dokie.
わかりました。純平くん、行きましょう。
At Jun's urging, they left. Okay.
いろいろと気になることはあったが、とりあえず考えるのは後回しだ。
Alright, let's go ahead and skip down here. And, when you guys told... I wanted to go ahead and go with this route, that way we can go to, like, this sub-ending, but, when you guys told me to go to this one, it's door, 3, I believe. So, that is where we are going to go. So, we are going to use door 3. And basically, yes, we're going to be skipping this.
俺は
Yes, we already know your dialogue. I've already seen you basically telling us not to go to door 3. But here's the thing. We're going to take the risk and choose door 3.
悪いなサンタ。それでも俺は3の扉を選ばせてもらうよ。
You might hate me, but to be honest, we're going to go through with it anyway.
バカな頭おかしいんじゃないのかお前どうしてそこまでして3の扉にこだわるんだよ
Because it's time for a bad ending.
俺はただ
Junpei paused. He swallowed the words he'd been about to say.
3の扉が気になるんだ。どうしても。
理由になってねえだろうが
理由ならある。
With that, he began walking toward the door. Their curiosity likely getting the better of them, the others followed. A few of them looked a little suspicious, but Junpei told himself that wouldn't matter. I mean, it's not like we're going to get a bad ending or anything like that. Totally. He kept walking and kept silent. Eventually, they arrived at the number 3 door. Junpei stopped.
気になるのはこのレッドセブン悪いがちょっと認証してもらえないかな。
あ？なんでだよ。
いいから頼むよ。
He stared at Junpei for a moment, then grunted and laid his palm heavily on the scanner.
これでいいか？
ああ、ありがとう。これでレッドには7の数値が入力されたことになる。次は紫だ。同じようにレッドに触れてくれ。
俊平くん、一体何を確かめようとしてるんですか？
ああ、実はな。
Junpei thought about his answer for a moment.
もしかしたら別の脱出方法が見つかるかもしれないんだ。
Junpei.
なんだって？
本当に？
That got them excited. Just as Junpei had intended.
さあ、だから紫、認証を。
わかりました。
7 plus 6 equals 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. With those two numbers in the red, Junpei had what he wanted. He casually placed his own hand in the scanner, and the third asterisk blinked on. 4 plus 5 equals 9.
さて、あと認証を行ってないのはサンタと、それから四つ葉とヤシロだな。
だから何なの？
わからないのか？この状況が何を意味するのか。四つ葉とヤシロのバングルナンバーを足すといくつになる？12。その数字根は
3。
サンタと同じだな。ところでヤシロ、今レッドに入力されている数値はいくつだと思う
？7たす6たす5は18。9ね。
その通り。ではそれに3を足した時の数字根は
3だわ。扉の数字と同じ。
そういうことだ。
おいちょっと待て。お前は一体何を企んでる？
別に何も。俺は
You're just waiting.
時？
You know what? Just to make it a little easier, so I don't
均
mess
衡が
up.
崩れる時だよ。サンタかヤシロと四つ葉のペアか、どちらかが動けばもう片方も動かざるを得なくなる。その時を
Oh!
待ってるんだ。
Junpei laid his hand almost casually on the lever.
てめえ
Oh my
天にかけやがったな。
jeez!
さっき言ってたことは全部デタラメだったってことか。
デタラメじゃない。これが俺の考えた別の脱出方法だ。
Oh! Oh my god!
一体何のためにこんなことを。
Dude! Junpei glanced at June.
俊平くん。
まさかお前紫と同じ扉に入るために、ただそれだけのためにこんなことを。
Santa was furious, his face was red, and flecks of spit flew from his lips as he spoke. Junpei closed his eyes calmly and then opened them again.
さあ、動くのはどっちだ？
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, the fact that I know that this leads to a bad end. Oh. Oh, this adds a little bit more than I thought it would.
サンタ、それ。
行くわよ、四つ葉。
Oh! Oh! Lotus leapt forward. She grabbed Clover by the sleeve and ran for Junpei in the door. Caught by surprise, Santa froze for a moment, then shot forward like a bullet from a gun. Lotus had a head start, but Santa had the advantage in size and speed. Almost immediately, he passed Lotus and Clover.
待って、ダメ。
Santa did not hesitate. He slammed his hand down on the red.
正気じゃねえ。こんなのは絶対に間違ってる。
No, it's not! He glared at Junpei, his chest heaving.
ああ、そうだな。そうかもしれない。
Junpei's voice was cold, but not without
で
effort.
も、
He turned to the red and pulled the lever. Oh my god, Lotus Clover, I'm so sorry! With the sound of metal on metal, the door opened. It would only remain so for 9 seconds. There was no time to
行
think.
くぞ。
Junpei and his 3 reluctant companions jumped into the door's gaping mouth, one after another. No sooner did they enter than an all too familiar noise sounded from their left wrists. The detonators had activated. Junpei looked back only once and saw Lotus and Clover on the other side of the closing door. They stood still, stopped where they had been when Santa reached the red. The defeat and desperation on their faces tore at Junpei's heart. Then the door closed and they were gone. Oh my god, that was...
こんなやり方はフェアじゃねえ。
No, that was a very much a dick move! Santa rounded on Junpei, lightning crackling in his eyes and his knuckles white.
分かってんのかおい。お前はあの二人を。
うるせえ。ガタガタ言ってんじゃねえ。
It hadn't been Junpei that spoke, but Seven.
そんなことよりも早くテントを探せ。
The clock was ticking. The dead was their only chance of survival. Unless they could find it and deactivate their detonators, the 4 of them would be.
あと1分もねえぞ。グズグズすんな。急げ。
くそ。覚えとけよこの野郎。
Oh my god. I just did a dick move. They scattered and began to scour the room. The deactivation device was nowhere to be found.
どこにあんだよ。
Corridors stretched out in 3 directions, but everyone was blocked off by a wall of metal. There was only one way out. One other door.
あそこだ。きっとあの扉の向こうだ。
Seven ran for the door, a rusty iron thing. His large hands grabbed hold of the handle and pulled.
あ、真っ暗だ。
何も見えねえな。
Junpei stuck his head through the door and looked around the room.
あれは。
Almost immediately, he spotted the blinking red light on the right
あ
wall.
ったぞ。テントだ。
He stepped into the room.
なんだ。足の裏になんかぬるっとした感触が。
Oh. He stopped and glanced down at his feet. What was...
おい、何やってんだ。
いや、今なんか。
いいからさっさと行け。
Junpei felt Seven's heavy hand against his back and stumbled across the room. The other 3 piled in behind him. They all felt immediately that something was wrong. Nothing that could be easily identified, only a sense that something terrible shared the room with them. But there was no time to say so.
急げ。早くテントへ。
They all started running. In the dark, it was hard to tell where the wall was. All they could see was the tiny red light blinking at them over and over and over.
あれか。
And it's covered in blood. In quick succession, they all slammed their hands against the scanner panel. Seven leaned against the wall, gulping air. As his breathing began to return to normal, he glanced at his left wrist and grunted.
止まった。止まったぜ。
Junpei could hear him laughing in the dark, but could barely make out the larger man's
何
face.
度やってもなれないな。こればっかりは。
それにしても。
The sound of retching came from Santa's
一
direction.
体何なんだこの匂いはよ。もう我慢できねえ。吐きそうだぜ。
So desperate had they been in their race to the dead that no one had noticed the horrible smell that pervaded the room. It was a terrible, nauseating stench, like burnt and rotten meat. Adrenaline had drowned it out, but now it rolled over Junpei in waves, forcing itself into his nose with every breath he took.
こいつはきついな。
He felt his stomach clench and bile rise up in his throat.
とにかく明かりをつけてみよう。スイッチはあそこか。
The light that spilled from the door barely illuminated a small switch plate next to the door. Slowly, with the toll of the last few minutes apparent in his gait, Seven walked toward it. He stopped as he got close and extended his fingers toward the
よ
switch.
しつけるぞ
There was a soft click as the lights came on. Just as the light turned on, June took in a short breath and... A scream echoes across the room. Or through the room, sorry. Junpei's breath stopped in his throat. His heart ceased to beat. Time froze. His mind scrambled to make sense of what he saw before him.
おいこいつは
What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh, torn from the body, sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. A vast ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out of it like fresh spaghetti. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it.
爆死だな
Seven's voice was low and strained.
9番の男と同じだバングルの起爆送信機が作動して体内の小型爆弾が炸裂したんだろう
ひどい全身めちゃくちゃ左腕なんて骨が飛び出て
解放骨折を起こしてるな
It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful. His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces.
それよりひどいのは顔だ
ひどいありさまだもは
See
や
now-
誰だか
See, now that's why I partially think that this isn't Snake. Like, this is probably, the ninth man. Like, the body was just transported and then it was detonated again twice. Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like a raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. Wait a minute, we read this. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, and the gray slacks. They were all familiar to Junpei.
イルス
Santa's voice wavered as he spoke, his mouth dry.
ってことだ
Finally, Junpei spoke.
こんなことに
Suddenly, June was screaming, her voice broken. It was an eerie scream full of insanity and not entirely human. She shook her head violently and grabbed fistfuls of her own hair. Junpei could hear the sound of hair
い
tearing.
やせ落ち着け
He grabbed for her wrist,
おい
but as he did, June leapt up and ran toward the exit. She screamed at the door and her fist slammed against it with a hollow sound. Junpei could see drops of blood on her knuckles. She screamed again, a desperate, mindless cry. Her fists flailed against the door. Junpei couldn't watch anymore. He ran to June and wrapped his arm around her, pulling the screaming girl away from the door.
落ち着け紫頼む落ち着いてくれ
She scrambled for a moment, her legs skittering across the floor, but her resistance didn't last long. As suddenly as her outburst had begun, it was over. The manic energy disappeared and her body went limp in Junpei's arms. June collapsed toward the floor and Junpei knelt down with her. He felt drops of something warm and wet. Was she crying? A moment later, she began to sob. Her shoulders shook, and great hot tears rolled down her face like rain.
大丈夫だ大丈夫だ紫 茜
Her name was a whisper.
俺がそばについてるから
She nodded once.
ございます。純平君。
Her trembling voice pulled at Junpei's heart. He stroked her hair gently. His face was so close to her. The scent of her hair was nostalgic.
落ち着いたか
はい。だけど、もうちょっとだけ、このままでいさせてください。純平君の体、とっても、あったかいから。
Several minutes passed before June's tears had dried. Junpei stood up. He bent down, put his arms under June's, and helped her to her feet. They didn't speak. Neither did Seven or Santa. A person was dead. They had died in that room in a terrible way. Junpei knew there was no way he could make himself forget that. There was no way any of them could forget it, but mourning would do no good. They spread out to search the room, but each felt as if their heart was made of lead.
俺も行くか
Seek a way out. Okay. I remember to grab my notebook this time. Sort of. Kind of, maybe. Okay, maybe I forgot, but this time I remembered to grab it. Kind of. You can hear my paper turning as I flip the pages. And that was the sound of my pen. Alright, so we basically got the shower room, and we got several stalls to look in now that I've got an overhead view. One of them I can tell is open, while the others are closed. Well, let's look at the obvious. Those letters written in blood. LLR. LLR. Do you think that might be some sort of dying message from Snake?
No, that's impossible. You saw the body. You aren't doing anything after something like that happens to you.
Then this...
The way the blood dries tells you it's real old. Whosever's blood this is, it ain't Snake's.
Then you're saying this blood was put here a long time ago?
Yeah.
Well, that's not pleasant. An old message written in blood. It says LLR. LLR. Ah, so that technically pertained to the mystery of the last one.
That's where it came in. I guess it's not locked, but there ain't really no any point. All that's out there is the numbered door. We can't go back to the numbered door even if we wanted to.
Yeah, you got that right. Alright, let's see if anything happens when I turn you. Nope, nothing. Not even a drop. Is the pipe clogged? How about this one? Of course I can't look at that one for some reason. Bucket! Give me the bucket. Oh, Jesus, I was fucking kidding. Oh, well, I got me the bucket. It's a tin bucket. Hey, Jumpy. Do you remember back in elementary school when you spilled all of our paint across the whole classroom? They made you clean it up and all they gave you was a sponge and a bucket. Like this. Hey, come on now. Can't we just leave the past in the past? Give me the broom. Junpei reached for the broom, and as he grabbed it, he heard a soft voice from behind him. It was June. Huh? He turned around. June still looked sadly pale, but there was a smile on her face. What's that?
組み合わせって
純平君とそのほうきのことですよ。よく振り回して遊んでたじゃないですか。あの小屋の前で。
Oh!
そうだったっけ
忘れちゃったんですか？
Junpei stared at the broom in his hand.
もしかしてあの夏休みのこと。
She looked very sad. He shook his head.
いやそれは覚えてるよ 忘れるわけないだろう。あんな強烈な出来事。
They were in the 6th grade. Junpei and June had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits, and their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. On the final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found June standing in front of the rabbit hutches. Oh. No sooner had Junpei arrived than June began to cry. He had no idea why until he looked behind her into the rabbit hutch. The first thing he saw was blood. The hutch was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits. Even after their teacher and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
私がいつまでも泣き止まずにいると、淳平くんがそばに来て、こう言ってくれましたよね。もう泣くな。犯人は必ず捕まえてやるって。その言葉で、私ようやく泣き止んで。
泣き止んでからが大変だったんだよな。一緒に犯人を捕まえるとか言い出して。
June smiled, and a little of the flush of life returned to her cheeks.
それで、二人で犯人を待ち伏せすることにしたんですよね。
はは、そうだったな。
The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals, and they would ambush the killer at night. Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited. Aww. It was a warm summer night. The quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky. And June's? Akane, Kuroshiki's face. That night was something Junpei knew he would never forget as long as he lived.
だけど結局犯人は現れなかったんだよな。あの時は夏休みの間中張り込んだのにさ。
でも、あれから動物たちは襲われなくなりました。私はあの張り込みは無駄じゃなかったと思ってます。
He'd felt the same way, but it was good to hear her say it.
まあ今考えると結構無茶したよな。
無茶ですか？
She looked up at him, confused.
だってそうだろ。あの頃俺たち小学生だぜ。もし本当に犯人がやってきたら、きっと相手は刃物とか持ってただろうし。お前も本当は不安だっただろう。
私は不安じゃなかったです。だって淳平くんが。
She blushed furiously.
そういえば飼育係って誰もやりたがらなかったですよね。
I mean, I know we're kind of in the same room with a dead with an exploded corpse and everything, but I think this is perfect time for us to reminisce about our past. What do you say? Yeah, that's a great idea. Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
立候補したのも初めは私だけでした。
特に男子は動物の世話とかめんどくさがるからな。
You kidding?
でも、後から淳平くんが立候補してきて。
If it's a cat or a dog, how could I be take care of it?
どうせ何か係をやらなきゃいけなかったんだ。だったらパートナーはおとなしいやつの方がいい。サボっても担任にチクったりしないようなやつが。
そんな理由で立候補したんですか？
ああ、そうだ。
He nodded quickly and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked away at something very important.
もちろん。
That hadn't been the reason, of course. He had asked to take care of the rabbits so that he could be near June. But it had been so long ago, he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he'd felt back then. It would be embarrassing. He took a quick breath to clear his head, tossed the broom up, and then snatched it out of the air.
さてと、思い出話をしてる場合じゃないよな。早く脱出する方法を探さないと。
はい。それじゃあ、私は向こうを調べてきますね。
June nodded curtly, then turned and walked
さて
away.
それじゃあ俺もそろそろ。あっ さっきの血だまりか。
Yeah, you might want to be careful there, bro. Junpei turned around and looked at the room. At Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs still lay on the floor.
死体の隣で昔話なんて。こんな時に何やってんだろうな。
I literally just said that!
いや。
Sorry. Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the furthest thing from death that it could find. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at wanting so desperately to live when Snake lay dead before.
生き延びないとな。なんとしてでも、あいつと一緒に。
Well, anyway, fuck! Today's been a long day. Well, hate to break it to you, buddy, but we're technically on the same pathway as the bad endings, so there's going to be a bit of a problem with that. As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think of was how much he wanted to live. Okay, I got a broom and a bucket. What are you doing with the broom? I don't know. Look at the star. I forgot how to English there for a moment. The dividing wall that separates the toilets. Thank you very much for that. What the fuck? What do you think this is? It looks like tar. It's kind of sticky. I don't think we can just wipe it off. I doubt just pouring some water on it's gonna help much either. What about hot water? Hot water? If we had some really hot water, like boiling hot, then maybe that would wash it off. Okay, next toilet. There's nothing in the toilet. If there was, that would be gross. I use water. Never mind. Nothing unusual about this toilet. Thank God. There might be something in the tank, you know. Let's open that shit up. The fuck is that? Red key card. Well, it's white on this side. It's a red card. Probably a key card. Do you remember if you saw a card reader anywhere around here? Not really, to be fair. Let's just look at the rest of these. I already checked all 3 toilets, you know. Nothing unusual there. Oh, well, thank you very much there, Santa. Okay, what do we got here? We got 2 different types of locks. What happens if I use the key? Oh! The red light's on, Jumpy! Okay then. So, I just need to figure out the, other code. I wonder if LLR stands for something. Looks like a 4-digit code. Well, we gotta go figure out what we're gonna do with this bucket and shit. What the hell?
Oh! It looks like there's someone down there on that grate. I think it's a card. Yeah, it's the blue card. Can't reach it though. It's too deep.
Well, what if I use a broom? Oh.
Hey Junpei, isn't this card kind of like that red card?
Yeah, it looks similar. You're talking about the one we found in the toilet, right?
Yeah. The red card floated, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. So?
Well, then this blue one probably floats too.
Float. Yeah, it might. But isn't that a gray at the bottom there? Or is that just a pattern on the floor? So I need to go fill this bucket up with water. Is that right? What the hell? What the hell's this? Oh, hi. What do we got here? There's a piece of paper tied to this pipe with a wire. Notage. I combined notice and drainage, sorry. Notice! Drainage valve operation. Please do not flush water in these pipes. Doing so may cause the drain to overflow. Interesting. Turn, 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 turn. And activate. Maybe I can use the shower here to fill the bucket with hot water. Hey, Seven, could you turn on the shower? I'm gonna put the bucket under the head.
Okay, sure thing.
Bucket filled with hot water. Yeah. Alright. Back to the toilet we go. There's something that looks like tar inside the toilet bowl. If I flush the hot water from the bucket, then that should clean it up. There's something that looks like tar inside the toilet bowl. That's what I'm trying to do! Wait, do I have to put it in here? Oh, hey! Screwdriver! It's a screwdriver. We can unscrew things with this. Was there something we need to unscrew somewhere? I don't know. Put the hot water in here. Alright, so I just pour the hot water into this tank and...
Looks like you filled it. Now you should be able to flush it, right? There's probably a handle somewhere on the tank that you can pull.
Think so?
Serious? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Where? There's no switch. Alright, let's flush the hot water. Well, there it goes, just like a toilet should work. 185.
That stuff's washed off. Looks like that writing was numbers. See it?
185 equals... What is this?
Got me. Just look like numbers.
185. Well, let's see. 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9 plus 5 equals 14. 1 plus 4 equals 5. I'm guessing that was the trick. It had to be a digital root. I think. Maybe? Is there anything else? I don't think so. Well, toilet paper! A wooden box. There's something in there. Luminol.
What the hell's this thing? Some kind of spray bottle? There's something written on it. Lumen... Can't read anything else. The label's all faded. Let me see that.
He just grabbed it from him. That wasn't very nice.
Oh, well, there's luminol. You know, forensics guys use it at crime scenes.
Oh yeah, that stuff that glows blue when you spray it on blood. Even if the blood's been wiped off, it'll still glow. Well, now I'm very curious.
Wait. You don't really think we're supposed to use the luminol here, do you?
Yeah, it does seem kind of weird to use it here. But maybe I should try just in case. Okay, I've sprayed the luminol on the wall. What's next? Turn the light on? Turn the light off, I mean? What the hell?
It's a thermometer.
Can you get it off? No. It's screwed onto the wall. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm a smart cookie.
なあ、順平。体温計のメモリってなんで42度までしかないか知ってるか？
Why is that?
さあ、考えたこともないな。
人の体を作ってるタンパク質は42度を超すと固まっちまうんだ。
Really?
ゆで卵と同じさ。ゆで卵をいくら冷やしても生卵には戻らないだろ。要するに死んじまうってことだ。だから体温計には42度以上のメモリは必要ないんだよ。
ああ、
だがよほどのことがない限りそんな熱が出ることはない。どんなウイルスに感染しようと42度を超えるのは極めて稀だ。ま、それ以外の原因があれば話は別だが。
それ以外の原因？
そうだな。例えばサウナに閉じ込められるとか、あるいは焼却炉に放り込まれて生きたまま体を焼かれるとか。
Yeah, I think I know a certain mad old man who might know that. Hey, Ginzo, got a question. Oh, no, never mind, he's dead, sorry.
なるほど。そりゃ確かに42度を超えるだろうな。よし、取るとぜ。なんだ？どうしたんだ？
いや、なんでもない。気にす。
なんだったんだ？
Thermometer. What am I supposed to use this for? Oh, you took the thermometer off? It says open at the bottom of the gauge. I wonder what it means. Maybe when it gets that hot, something will open? Yeah. If I can get this hot water on the thermometer, then maybe. Alright, thermometer, let's get this party started. Yep, looks like that's doing the trick. There goes the gauge. And now it's at the open mark. Huh? It opened. What's this? Looks like there's a piece of paper in here. 9 plus 5 plus 7. Okay. 9, 5, 7. 14 plus 7 equals about 21. So digital root of 21 is 3.
9 plus 5 plus, 957 plus.
That means you're supposed to add something to 957. Oh! Wait a minute. Oh god, I was thinking about it the wrong way the entire time. Okay. 957 plus 185. I'm guessing that's supposed to equal the 4-digit code that we need. So, let's see, do some mathematics here. 14. 1142.
Well, yeah, it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. The problem is, what's ahead?
Ooh, I got this one solved already. Okay. Nothing happens when I press the buttons. Guess I have to get the red and blue lights turned on first. Oh. Oh, I need the blue key first. That's right. It's the drain. Huh? I think there might be something in there. Can I use the broom to get it? Blue card. It might float in water. Okay.
The pipe on the right here must be connected to the drain in the middle of the room. If we turn on the water here, it'll probably come up through the drain.
Oh, wait. There. That one, turn that one. Turn that way. No, that probably won't work. There we go. Did that work? Am I thinking this correctly? Boiling hot water comes out of the shower. There ought to be a warning label or something. That's not working. Okay. On the note, it said doing so may cause the drain to overflow. It looks like the flow of water can be controlled with these handles. We can't put any water through the pipe on the right, though. If we do that, it'll start overflowing from the drain. But maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay. Okay, this might take me a little bit to figure out here. Let's see. Doesn't look like the shower works. These showers work. How about now? Okay. I wish they would tell me what the size. There are size handles for adjusting the valves. Looks like each handle has 3 positions: left, center, and right. Alright, I've got 6 handles here. Each one's got 3 positions: left, center, and right. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? I was just... Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I just fucking just messed around on. Okay. I think I accidentally solved something I didn't mean to solve. Hey, this drain's acting up. What the hell did you do? I just messed with the valves a little. Nothing big. Hey! There must be water flowing through the pipe on the right. There's water pouring out of the drain. Ha ha ha! I now got the blue key card. It's the blue key card. This is, the symbol for Mercury, isn't it? There was an elevator right outside of the big hospital room. I think that same symbol was on the card reader next to it. That's right. I guess that means we're not supposed to use this card in this room. Do you really think so? You don't think maybe we need it for this room and for the elevator? Well, I mean, there's a blue symbol, right? So let's use it. I believe I've got the card. So I believe I've got the code as well. Great job, Jumpy. Both the lights are on now. Now you just need to put in the password. Alrighty, let's do it.
Both lights are on. We should be able to enter the password now.
What's with these E and C keys?
E means enter and C means clear, I think. So after you put in the password, hit E. If you screw it up, hit C.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, 1, 4, 2. What? Did I miss something? The fuck did I miss?
Plot twist is the fucking toilet paper.
I'm gonna go get something to drink right now. I'm gonna go get something to drink because I was fucking kidding. That was some good sun drop. What the fuck is this?
It's toilet paper with some kind of red symbols on it. Think maybe that's a Satel cipher?
Satel cipher.
The hell's that? You wrap a piece of paper around a stick and then write several sentences on it, so that the whole paper is filled up. Then you unwrap the paper and you can't tell what the original message was, right? That's how it works, more or less. Then to decipher it, you gotta have a stick that's the same diameter as the original one.
Same diameter as the original one, huh?
Yeah. Then you just wrap the paper around that stick and you can read the code.
I got a broomstick, will that work? What if I wrap the toilet paper around the broom? Hey, I did it! What does it say?
Oh, so you wrap the toilet paper on the broom, huh? Looks like the symbols line up perfectly. It says 63 plus 63.
Oh my god, I was missing a number? Okay, fine. Okay, that's a 6. That's a 7. That is also a 7. Okay, so the actual code was 1776. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh my god, that was it.
You found it! The cause for Somata's headache!
右手の突き当たりに大きな鉄の扉が見えますね。
行ってみるか。 何やってんだよ、セブン。
もしかしたらシャワー室に戻ってくることになるかもしれねえだろ。だから扉にほうきの絵を挟んでおいたんだ。さあ、行こう。
You're incredibly resourceful, Seven.
淳平くん、あれ、
どうした？
壁に何か貼られてませんか？
俺は。
Hey, it's a map!
左上のところに C デッキとありますね。
このフロアのマップだってことか。じっくり見るのは後にしよう。今は進まないと。
いいか、開くぞ。
Wait a minute. Ah, there we go. I was wondering what the hell happened. It just switched styles on me. Back at the door, the four of them lined up in front of it. Santa stepped forward. He grabbed hold of the door and then turned to look back at the rest of them. They nodded. Santa nodded back and threw the door open. All four of them leapt through.
こいつは。
おいおい、マジかよ。
It took only a moment for them to realize where they were.
戻ってきちまったってのか。
They had been there only a short time ago. It was the large hospital room filled with countless beds. Lotus and Clover looked up as they entered. Ace was there as well, although he looked as though he had only just woken up.
四つ葉ちゃんに、ヤシロさん、一宮さんも無事だったんですね。あれ？ヤシロさんがすごい形相でこっちに。
The moment they spotted Junpei, Lotus and Clover headed straight for him. As she neared him, Lotus drew back her hand and slapped him, open-palmed, across the face.
どの面下げて戻ってきたのよ。
Her face was furious. She grabbed Junpei by the collar and shook him violently. Clover didn't touch him, but the hate in her eyes was no less potent. It was Seven who stopped them.
よせよ。それどころじゃねえんだ。
His deep voice echoed across the massive room. Lotus glared at Seven, but let Junpei go after one last vicious shake.
何よ。
いいから見てこい。ドアの間にドライバーをかませておいた。すぐそこの数字の書かれてないドアだ。ロックはかかってねえから、そこから入れ。進んでいくとシャワー室がある。そこのドアにも同じようにほうきの絵が挟み込んであるから。とにかく見てこい。
つまりナンバリングドアを通らなくてもその部屋に入れるってこと？
ああ、そうだ。
一体何があるのよ。
You, it's a corpse.
行けば上がる。
ね
そうね。行きましょう。
Lotus and Clover looked at one another for a moment, then nodded and stepped through the door. By then, Ace had made his way to them, moving with the stiff, shuffling steps of someone who has only just awoken from a lengthy slumber.
やれやれ。必ず戻ってきてくれると信じている。
Yeah!
確かに私はそう言ったが、まさかこんなに早く実現するとはね。
Ace shook his head weakly.
で、私も行くべきなのかな。
ああ。
Seven
分
nodded.
かったよ。
Ace followed Lotus and Clover with his stiff, tired gait. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. Wait a minute. Ah, so we are still in noble form. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. It was Clover. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. Her eyes were blank and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junpei felt as even if a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces.
おそらくニルスは殺されたんだろう。あの9番の男が死んだ時と 同じような状況に追い込まれてな。
Seven lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. Seven looked at each of them in turn and continued.
やった方法は実に単純明快だ。簡単に説明することができる。まず犯人たちはニルスと共にレッドで認証を行い3の扉を開いた。
Yep, back to this again.
で、その奥へとニルスだけをぶち込んだんだ。
Can I skip this? Yes, because I have experienced this already. Okay then. Well then, what's going to be different though, out of curiosity? I'm supposed to skip things that... Oh, I can choose differently this time. Junpei wasn't sure. He wasn't
や
sure.
っぱりなんかおかしいよな。
何か言ったかい？
いや、一つだけ確認しておきたいことがあるんだが。
なんだね。
ゼロってこの船の中にいるの？
Ace's eyebrows shot up.
おいおい、純平君ともあろうものがどうしたんだね。そんなことは当然じゃないか。
当然？なんで？
この船。
は？
この船という言葉をゼロは最初のアナウンスの時に三度口にしたんだよ。
Huh. Using a word game, I see.
ゼロがここにいないのならこの船などという表現を使うはずはないだろう。どこか別の場所にいるんだったらその船というはずだ。
Good point.
なるほど。確かにそれもそうだな。
Ace's explanation made perfect sense. Junpei felt a little foolish that he hadn't seen himself. Still, he was left with the question, and it was one of no small importance.
だとしたらゼロは一体この船の中のどこにいるんだろう。
Suddenly, everyone went very quiet. The silence was cold and clammy, and Junpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. Again, he heard the ghosting moaning noise. And moments later, a person who looked more ghost than a human appeared. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was a cold monotone.
多分ゼロは
Well, yes, that's right. She was going to assume that one of us is Zero. Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled rustling of breath. Eyes darted from face to face. One of those faces was the face of their jailer. But who? Was he one of them? Well, that's possible. That's crazy.
そんなバカな。ありだってそうだろ。あと数時間でこの船は沈むんだぞ。俺たちと一緒に行動を共にしてたら自分の身が危うくなるじゃないか。そんな危険を冒してまで俺たちの中に紛れ込んでる理由は何だ。動機がないだろう。動機が。
Clover looked up at Junpei and her face fell.
信じてくれないんだね。
Her eyes were so pitiful. The moment Junpei's met them, he felt his heart tighten. He didn't think what he said was wrong, but perhaps the way he'd said it had been. He'd been too insensitive. Clover had just lost her brother. His death would have been bad enough, but she'd also seen the blasted wreck of his body. Junpei barely knew him, and the sight had been enough to make him sick. What Clover had felt, he couldn't even begin to imagine. In the mental state she must have been in, it was understandable that she would look at those around her with suspicion. She felt everyone was against her. The least Junpei could have done was try to understand what she was feeling. He felt ashamed of what he'd said. Perhaps he thought I should apologize. But before that apology could begin...
その
四つ葉、気持ちはわかるよ。君がみんなを疑いたくなる気持ちはね。
Ace had beaten Junpei to the punch. As he spoke to Clover, his face was calm and
だ
friendly.
からどうか分かってほしい。我々が不信感を募らせれば募らせるほど 敵の術中にはまっていくことになるんだ。
Yep.
ニルスをあんな目に合わせたのはおそらくゼロだろう。そいつにいいように操られて君は満足かね？
Clover didn't answer. She didn't even look at Ace. The whole time her eyes were on Junpei. He could feel Clover's eyes boring into him. They were the color of a deep winter lake. Junpei saw no suspicion in them, only sadness. Then that horrible silence. They heard a bell begin to ring. It was the clock at the central staircase.
あの時計の鐘の音だな。
タイムリミットまであと3時間ね。
とにかく今は動くしかあるまい。セブンや四つ葉の言いたいことは分かったが、今はそれよりもお互いを信じることの方がはるかに大事だ。そうだろう。
Seven and Clover remained silent. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else, very far away.
さあ時間がない。行こう。
Ace's words put their feet to moving. They all knew where they were going.
次に目指すべき場所は水星か。ここだな。
Yeah, this is where we're going, down to this door, I believe. They stood in front of the elevators next to the stairs that led to the casino and the kitchen. Between the two elevators was a card reader with the Mercury symbol engraved on it. Junpei stood in front of it with a Mercury card.
それって。
ああ、シャワー室を捜索している時に見つけたものだ。
水星のマーク。なるほどね。
He took a deep breath and slid the card through the reader. Though this is interesting how it's so much more different. Now we have the entire group together going down here.
さて。
7 people, including Junpei, climbed onto the elevator.
入力できる回数ボタンは2つしかないようだな。
C とボトムか。
The rest were destroyed or did nothing when pushed.
押すのはボトム。
Junpei hit the bottom button. The door closed. Slowly they began to move downward. Sometime later, all 7 of them stepped out the elevator and onto the bottom deck. They stepped off and saw that the hallway to their right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet from them. The hallway in front of them was a dead end, but not a regular dead end.
ナンバリングドアですね。
Yes, but now there was only one numbered door. Instead of going through 2 numbered doors, we only opened 1. So now our options are heavily limited.
ああ。2の扉だ。
Immediately they began to discuss who would go through it.
決めるべきは誰と誰が組んで2の扉に入るべきか。
さっきみたいに置き去りになるだの、取り残されるだの、そんな話はもうしなくてもいいよな。
そうね。ナンバリングドアの先に進んでもどこか別の場所で合流するようになっているんでしょうし。
これ以上無駄に争うこともないだろう。
ということは、調査隊として中の様子を見てくるのは誰か。
ではまずは立候補を募ろうか。
俺が行こう。
The first to speak up was
俺
Seven.
も行かせてくれ。
それなら私も行くことになるわね。
Yep, now we're back to this meetup. Junpei followed suit, which meant Lotus was by default the 3rd member. 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 20. 2 plus 0 equals 2.
それじゃあ行ってくるよ。
はい。気をつけてくださいね。
Nah, don't worry. It's not like we're gonna die or anything. Don't worry, we're good.
夫婦かよ、お前ら。
Well.
その。
Uh-oh. June blushed. So did Junpei.
バカなこと言ってんじゃねえよ。
Perhaps in an attempt to hide his emotions, he quickly turned away to pull the lever on the red. The door opened. As they'd come to expect, there appeared to be a short hallway on the other side.
さあ行きましょう。
Lotus was the first through the door.
行くか。
Seven was next, and Junpei brought up the rear.
今度はどこだ。
向こうには見当たらないわ。
あったぞ。
すぐそこだ。
Fortunately, it took them only almost find the dead, and we're probably going to go ahead and end the episode here, but considering we already know what's going to go happen, so it had been placed just inside the room next to the number door. They gathered around it and quickly scanned each of their bracelets. Once we get to the find a way out moment, that's when we're going to end it.
止まった。
止まったわね。
Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Seven and Lotus were breathing hard and fast.
いつまで経っても
Oh, whoops. Junpei looked around again. Wait a minute. Are we there? No, we're not. We're still going. Junpei looked around again.
短い通路にドアが5枚か。左手に3枚と右手に1枚。
あとは突き当たりに1枚だな。
一応1枚にカウントするか。分厚い鉄板に覆われているせいで開きそうにないが。
After taking a look around the room himself, Seven spoke.
さあ、探索開始だ。手分けして調べてみよう。いいな。
ええ、わかったわ。
了解だ。
それじゃあ、俺は一番手前から行くぞ。
Seven nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him.
私は真ん中にするわ。
At last, Junpei was left alone.
それじゃあ俺も始めることにしよう。
He looked intently at the remaining 3 doors. And that's where we're going to end it, because we've already gone through this before, so we know exactly what's going on. Just ignore the thing that my voice just did. Don't worry, just ignore it. I'm going to go ahead and say it right here. So, I believe next episode, we're going to go back here. Wait. Oh yeah, we're gonna go back here and then we're gonna go through this door. Since we went through door 7 and door 3, we are going to go through door 8. I'm not entirely sure why I went with the German accent, but it probably offends various German people, and I deeply apologize for that, and I'm going to stop right now because I don't want to offend people. Anyway, if you guys like this, be sure to let me know. I might be a little bit hyper on sugar once again. I think I just had a stroke again. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I do like how much simpler it is now, being able to go through several different... being able to load before these moments. Though, looks like this next one, I'm going to have to avoid door 2. It looks like we have 2 completely different branching paths. Interesting. I wonder which one I should go with. Well, regardless, I don't know which door is which, so I will be happy no matter which side I pick. No, probably not. I'm going to be despairing. I'm going to be feeling utter despair. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.